as I was explaining about PDRA metrics, so this is what we have. If you look at this level here, you get to say that we have a break in market structure and price pull back, get to this level here, take out everything. And if you get to look how price got to this level here, you get to see that we have a lot of liquidity void here. And this structure here, it's a structure of a breaker here. So if you look at close what happened here, it's exactly the same structure that you see here. So we get to see that price was going up all of a sudden, and it gets to give us a breaker structure here. So we get to see price push down a little bit, and it gets to this level, collected all these sell side liquidity here. So what we are expecting is price to get to this level of our breaker, and then we take our trade here. But the main focus of this session is just a shift in market structure. Okay, so we're going to be looking at shift in market structure. So the moment you get to see your breaker level, which is this level here, the moment you get to see price taking out this level here, giving you a breaker structure, that's a confirmation of a shift in market structure. Okay, so as for this case, we have a shift in market structure that we are now bearish. As you can see here, price was going up all of a sudden, so that means we are in a bullish market structure. So the moment we get to see this structure of a breaker being formed, it's a confirmation that we are going down. Okay, it's a confirmation of a bearish market. And also, if maybe we had a structure of a mitigation, it was gonna still be a confirmation that we are going down. Okay, so as for this case, you can see that we have a bearish breaker here, which is a confirmation that price is now bearish. Okay, so as you can see, price move down, take out all this sell side liquidity that was resting here, and it comes back to the level of your breaker, continue to go down, it push up a little bit, and then it comes and close this fair value gap that you see here. Okay, so what we're going to be looking for most of the time is just 50% of your fair value gap is what we're going to be looking for, because price has a tendency to target just 50% or close 50% of the fair value gap, and then continue to go in that direction. Okay, so what I want to bring to your attention is what we get to see here. If you get to see here, we were expecting to have something like this. I was expecting to see something like this taking place. Okay, so since you can see at this level here that somehow price failed to give us this structure here. So in another words, price failed to give us a breaker structure. Okay, so it failed to give us a breaker because price didn't really get to take out this and give us something like this. Okay, so now we can see that our price, it seems as if price is just retracing until price gave us this. This is not yet a breaker, and since this is not yet a breaker, we are not yet, there is no shift in market structure yet. Okay, as to confirm that we are now in a bullish market. There is no shift in market structure yet, regardless of these small lows being broken within. But what we want to see, the main bigger picture that we want to see, it's the breaker being formed here. In as much as we had a breaker here, a bearish breaker here, confirming to us that we are now in a bearish market. Before price can go up here, we would like to see a bullish breaker confirming to us that now the trend has shifted. So if you go to a smaller time frame, looking at this GBP USD, you go to a smaller time frame. So if you look at weekly, based on what you see on monthly, you go to weekly. When you go to weekly, you look at something like this. Okay, so since you have seen what you have on the bigger time frame, so now it sort of gives you a confidence to know that this order block is most likely going to hold. Why? Because this is a bearish order block and we are in a bearish market. Okay, so price get to this level here, pull back a little bit, get to this level and continue to go down. And as price goes down, it gets to this level here, it broke this low here. Okay, so you get to see price broke this low here with this spike here. So what we're going to be looking for, since we have price breaking this low here, that is why I say if maybe you are not comfortable with taking a trade somewhere here, you can just wait for a shift in market structure. Guess what? Price broke this low here and this low here. Boom, we have a shift in market structure. That simply means we are continuing to go down. Okay, so that is why I always say when price gets to your order block, if you are not comfortable with taking a trade here, go to a smaller time frame and look for sell profiles. Okay, so when we get to talk about sell profiles, these are the things that we are talking about: breaking market structure, breakers, mitigation, and other things. But let's just look at here what happened. Price pull back to this level here, it leaves something behind here and come back, which is a low, and it broke that low and then pull back and then continue to go down. Okay, so you can consider this break in market structure for your entry. You can consider this break in market structure for your entry here rather than considering the spike here. Okay, so some people are not comfortable with the spike. If it's a spike, they don't consider it as a break in market structure. But as for me, I'm okay with either side, with both sides of it. So you can just wait for price break this level, and then as price break this level, you definitely know that price needs to return to this level here. Okay, so price needs to return this level, price pull back, get to this level, continue to go down, and it broke also this low that you get to see here. The low has been broken. Guess what? You can pull your fib from here and trade your OTE or your SMT. So let's just look at this. If I pull my fib from here, you can see that we have our optimal trade entry at this level here, and price continue to go down. Okay, so that's what we are talking about when we say look for sell profiles in a smaller time frame. Okay, why? Because you definitely know on the bigger time frame that what you have here is a bearish market structure. So for you to look for short trades or sell setups, it is more high probability. So you get to see same thing here. Price went down after getting to this level, price went down, we have an order block here, price come to that order block and continue to go down. Okay, so any move going up, it's gonna be a short-term move. It's gonna be a short-term move. If you look at here, you can see same thing. The market is just going down, taking out all previous lows, so you can have trades here, you can have trades here, you can have trades here with the understanding of PDRA matrix, just from the higher time frame going to a smaller time frame. But this is not a video where I go thoroughly, because I've already talked about this many times. So if you look at here, I remember this is the setup Euro NZD daily time frame. It got here on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday when it got here. So let's just shift. I was looking at 5 minutes. So if you look at this, price got to that level. Let's say you are not comfortable at trading at that level, so you're gonna be looking for something within the smaller time frame. Okay, so let's look at this. Price get to this level here. Let's say it gets to this level of our order block. You're not comfortable with it, you just wait for price to give you some confirmation that we are going down, or you just wait for sell profiles. Okay, so price get to this level here, and we get to see price pushing up a little bit, pushing down a little bit, and pushing up a little bit, and boom, guess what we see? Price taking out all this sell side liquidity here. Now there is a break in market structure here. that confirms to us that we are most likely to be in a down market. Okay, so we are most likely to be in a bearish market. So what you can do now is wait for price to just come back and close this gap here, and you trade the gap. Okay, as you can see here, price closed the gap, price just closed the gap, and it went down after closing this gap here. But what confirmed to you that this is a nice setup, it's the idea that you get to see here that all of a sudden price is failing to go up and make higher highs, and all of a sudden price is making lower lows. Okay, so that means we're in a downtrend. So this is what we have. Price went down massively. So that's it. That's it. You just wait for price to get to the order block, and then you go to a smaller time frame. You look for sell profiles there, because some of you will be like, you know, if I enter on this position here and I put my stop loss here, it's gonna be a bigger stop loss. So that's the way you get to reduce your risk. You go to a smaller time frame, look for something that you can use within that time frame, and then you take advantage of it. Same thing that happens here. Just look at what the market is doing on the bigger time frame. Look at what the market is doing on the bigger time frame, and then you take advantage of it. As you can see here, we don't have a breaker structure yet. Okay, so we can't say that the market is now going up or whatsoever. We are still in a bearish market until price gets to give us a bullish breaker here. Okay, the same way in which price, before it gets to change direction, it gave us a breaker here, which was a bearish breaker, confirming to us that we are now in a bearish market. So we are waiting also, or we are expecting a bullish breaker at this level here. If price comes down, take out everything here, it's okay. That means we need to expect another breaker to form somewhere down there, but still now we are in a downtrend. And if you look at this here, let me just highlight this here. If you look at this, we have something so interesting at this level here. We have another block here at this level. These are other block. Let me just make this straight. Okay, I made a mistake. Just put it back. So if you look at this level here, we have an order block here. Let me just switch to weekly, but let me just put this, just taking 50% of that area, and then we go to a smaller time frame, so you get to see what we have in a smaller time frame. So as I was talking previously, I said this is the low that was being violated. It's the same thing. So you get to see this is the same area that I was showing you here. So depending on which time frame you are on, you will see different things, but still they correlate with one another. As you can see here, we're looking at an order block here, and also if you look at this candle, it's just the base here. So someone who's trading bases, not order block, can just highlight this here and they make their entry here going down. Okay, so that's it for this video.